In this video, we'll write the balanced net ionic equation for Na2CO3 plus CrBr2. This is sodium carbonate, and this is chromium 2 bromide. The first thing we need to do is balance the molecular equation. And this is the molecular equation. I can see I have two sodiums here, just one here. Let's put a 2. That gives me 2 sodiums, 2 bromines. I've got 2 bromines here. Carbonate, carbonate, and then a chromium and a chromium. So this is the balanced molecular equation. Now I can write the states for each substance. Carbonates in general are insoluble except for elements in group 1, and sodium, that's in group 1. So this carbonate will be soluble. It'll dissolve, dissociate into its ions. So you can either check the solubility table or just memorize that sodium carbonate is aqueous. Chromium bromide, bromide's very soluble. AQ, again, another bromide and another sodium compound. Chromium carbonate, this is insoluble. It'll be a solid. What that means is it won't dissolve. It's going to fall to the bottom of the test tube as a precipitate when these two substances react. So this is a precipitation reaction. Next, we can split the strong electrolytes into their ions. That'll give us the complete ionic equation. Sodium is in group 1 on the periodic table. It'll have a 1 plus ionic charge. The whole carbonate is always 2 minus. Good one to remember. 2 sodium ions, and I won't write the states right now. Let's do that at the end. Plus, I have the carbonate ion, that's CO3, 2 minus. And then for chromium here, we don't know the charge on chromium, but we know the bromide ion is always 1 minus. We have 2 of them, that's 2 minus. This has to be 2 plus. So we have the chromium 2 ion, and then for the bromide ion, we have 2 of those, so 2 Br minus. And those are the reactants in our net ionic equation. For the products, we have the plus and the minus here, so 2 sodium ions, just like the reactants, and then 2 bromide ions here, like the reactants. With net ionic equations, we don't split solids apart, so we're just going to have CrCO3. We'll keep that together. This is what we call the complete ionic equation. So now we can cross out spectator ions. They're on both sides of the complete ionic equation. So these are our reactants, these are our products. You can see we have 2 sodium ions here and 2 sodium ions here. Those are spectator ions. Have 2 bromide ions here in the reactants, again in the products, spectator ions. What's left, that's the net ionic equation for sodium carbonate plus chromium 2 bromide. I'll clean it up and write the states. We'll have our net ionic equation. So this is the balanced net ionic equation for Na2CO3 plus CrBr2. You'll note that charge is conserved. We have a 2 minus and a 2 plus. That gives us a net charge of 0. This is neutral, so its net charge is 0 as well. So that's balanced. The atoms, they're balanced too. Often you'll see the negative ion put second. So you'll have the positive ion here and then the negative ion. Really doesn't matter. Probably looks a little nicer though. This is Dr. B with the balanced net ionic equation for Na2CO3 plus CrBr2. Thanks for watching.